SPX, and
What's up, guys? It's your boy Rizzo the Unknown.
we are back with another video collaboration. So we thought about just basically making a video where this time we're together and we're discussing about this specific topic right now. So what are we gonna talk about, Rizzo?
All right, so before we get started, the topic that we're talking about is basically about the recent years, including this current year on the SJW. Pretty much the feminist, the right, the left, not the left, the right movements, the fucking LGBTQT, and after all the recent events that's been going on, the major question is: Are they now turning their suffering into power tripping, or are they actually, or do some of the points that they make actually have sense to it?
Yes, but before we get into this topic, let's remind and warn people on what we're going to talk. This is going to be very controversial, and if
Very
anybody,
triggering.
yeah, so if y'all got some bitter ass bitches out there, y'all going to be triggered to that. If y'all really sensitive about what we're going to talk about, uh, yeah, I would advise y'all not to watch the video unless you have an open, clear mind about it. So we are there's a straight warning. This is some warning shots we're going to go through y'all before we even reconsider doing this video. If y'all are down with the SJW, if y'all are the people who are part of the LGBT or feminists or not really part of the feminists, but if you are the type of person who cannot take certain criticism, if no matter if you're gay, trans, bisexual, if you're a female, if you're a guy, if you're a bitch ass nigga,
Oh.
or whatever, this video is not for you to listen to or watch. And even with kids,
pretty much to sum down that whole long ass list of warning. This video is only for those who have an open mind. So even if you are part of the SJWs, it will be best if you are an open-minded person to watch this video, because the things that we might say will be triggering, and we're not purposely trying to trigger people. It's just a topic of discussion that needs to be talked about, because there's been a lot of shit that's been going on that's really starting to question whether or not you guys are, whether or not, if your actions are actually, what's the word, not like somewhat heroic, or do you have like a selfish agenda? That's all we're saying.
views suggestion is advised, motherfuckers.
Pretty much.
So, anyways, folks, me, it's your boy SPX, and Rizzo the Unknown, and today we're going to talk about, is SJW tripping, or are they trying to fight for their own supposedly their own patriotic rights? So
Yes.
this is a topic that me and Rizzo the Unknown had been thinking about for a while, and he actually brought up this good topic. So since he brought up the idea, I thought maybe Rizzo should just go ahead and just spit some facts to us, to give us his intake about what's going on with the such.
Oh, you want me to start it off?
Yeah.
All right, shit, fine. All right, so first thing I want to talk about, the reason why I brought up this topic was, well, it's pretty much a simple reason. After all the years, it's like I said earlier, there's some of the shit that y'all do that is questionable, especially when y'all overreact. It becomes very questionable whether or not y'all actually have a heroic reason or not. And like with certain standpoints, like there's been a thing known as what was it again?
Then privileges, right?
Yeah, then privileges. And I'm sorry, no offense, but when I heard about that shit, I couldn't help but laugh a little bit. It's like, why is there such thing as a thin privilege? Like, who actually thought this would be a smart idea to actually come up with something like this? Like, if anything, there is no such thing as a thin privilege, because it's everybody pretty much have their own body type. There's
And there's no
Not too
such
many
thing as
people.
mansplaining too.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get on that later, but
But
let's
yeah,
just get this let's just get this thin privilege shit out the way
yeah.
first.
Okay.
Pretty much what I'm trying to say is, well, thin privilege. There's really no such thing as thin privilege. I think thin privilege really just was birthed upon the insecurities that people of a heavy set have. And I'm not talking about every last one of them, because some people who are heavy set is actually, they just don't give a fuck and they proud. And it's like, do you live your life? Like, nobody's gonna, if anybody judge you for your weight, fuck them.
Right. Right.
That's all I have to say about that shit. You wanna add something to it?
Well, coming from a big nigga's perspective too, which I am. Um, to me, I never heard of this shit till today. Um, it sounds very awkward, and it sounds like some insecure type bullshit. That's something that a fucking female would invent it just because no nigga don't want to date her or take her to the prom or anything like that. Let's be real. You know how many chubby chasers are in this world? Like fat girls can get it. I don't know about guys, unless they on that Biggie or Heavy D type role, that type of swag, that type of style, or if you like the early version of Jonah Hill or some shit like that, that's cool. But other than that, I mean, this is America. America is a land of the fat ass people eating fat ass unhealthy food. But then again, even though I'm contradicting myself, but at the same time, people are obligated to look or dress or however the way they're going to be like. So to be honest, SJW is just bringing in some old bullshit just to say it, just because it's some like a new trend, like to be honest, we're in a dumbass state of, how can I put it? We're in a dumb society where it's okay to make up shit to make themselves feel like they're liberated to just say some bullshit to get some type of word in. But anyways, fuck this topic. Let's go ahead and talk about something else. So Rizzo, what's up with SJW and their bullshit?
SJW and they bullshit. All right, first, before we jump on that, before we even fully discuss that, we gotta break this down. Like, literally, we have to break this down to like fractions and chambers and shit. So the first thing I want to talk about with the SJW movement, yeah, basically little by little. The first thing I want to talk about is with the feminists.
Dumb motherfuckers.
I want to get the feminists out the way, because
yes, I eat feminism.
With the LG, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Like, y'all know, like, to be honest, for all my YouTubers out there, my subscribers, they know how I am when I talk about feminism and their bullshit. So I'm very aware of and very entitled to feminism. Like, if you haven't seen my videos, go back and check them out. But I don't mind just explaining it one more time. But I'm not talking about the whole nooks and crannies, but I'm just going to state my whole concept once again about feminism. Well, again, for the females who are watching this video, this is not attacking women. This is attacking the women who are very self-entitled, narcissistic, closed-minded, batshit crazy type hoes. And I don't give a fuck if that's a degrading word, because you could be a stupid hoe, you could be a dumbass hoe, you could be a hoe just for attention. But anyways, what I feel about today's feminism is completely stupid. While you got people from other countries who got it worse, like Saudi Arabia, how, for example, it's hard to be a woman in Saudi Arabia, but in regards to America, American women are the most obligated type of females. Like, pretty much any westernized woman is very obligated. And to be honest, how can you say that in today's society that women don't have any rights? And that's some bullshit. We're not living the 18th century all over again. We're not living the 19th century all over again. And this is still the same, the delusional mindset. Like, yes, women do get abused, who be mistreated badly, but it's still a contradiction at the same time. Like, for example, if a woman will say that on a dating skeptical rate that men ain't good, but they keep dating the same type of men, and you say that you don't want a good guy, you want your bad man, and those type of bad men are giving you the example what you don't want in a man. So feminism is always the type of shit that allows women to be very close-minded and feel like they're very obligated to put men down and bashing and stuff like that. And then on top of that, they don't look into who are the true oppression, people who have been oppressed. I mean, aka black people. Black people have been more oppressed in the world than females, in my
Uh,
opinion.
wait, hold on. Let's bring that back a little bit. Like I see your point, but we're gonna play that card. Trust me, that's a dangerous card to play.
And what do you mean by that?
All right, so the one of the problems I have with the SJWs and mainly just anybody, mainly just nowadays, most people, period, is instead of actually trying to make life better for certain groups of people, we're still playing the who's the
Victim.
biggest victim party.
Right.
So it's like if it's not black people playing who's the biggest victim, it's the fucking Latinos. If it's not the Latinos, it's the feminists. If it's not the feminists, then it's the LGBTQ.
Right. But you gotta understand that in today's society, gay people are the new minorities.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm not that I'm not shaking. I'm not like trying to say they're not.
Right. But what I'm trying to say well, I'll give you my 2 cents about that. Now, I understand that gay people have been dealing with a lot of crap over the years, being not being accepted, religion, homophobic people are making it hard for them to live their lives. Now, my thing is, well, even though such as justice warriors are combining with LGBT and feminism, it's kind of like, you know, it's okay to fight for what you believe in, but it's not okay to shove it down people's throats and
Yeah,
make people accept them. Because you got people who are not going to be accepted to some things, and there are some people that do. Like, there are some people who are interested in doing a hobby. Like, you don't see nerd people have a movement and shoving it down on jocks' face like, oh, the nerd movement. If you can't accept being a nerd, then you're an asshole. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has their own persona. You know, you can't force people to accept your persona. Like, the whole world is full of different people. You know, like, for example, like I said, with gay people, I have no problem with gay people. I don't have no problems with females being strong and independent, but their views of strong and independence is completely opposite from what the terminology of strong and independent is. So how can you say that you're a strong independent woman, but yet you don't dig and grind like a man can? Like, for example, if you if you're looking to fix your car, you don't you rely on a man, but you say you don't want no man. Or if I have my own money, I have my own job, but yet you're getting money from your man. You know what I'm saying? There's some hypocrisy on those type of parties, but yeah, I get that some feminists, like for example, some feminists do get married and have relationships, but I'm talking about the ones who are just crazy and delusional. You know, what I'm trying to really point out is I'm not I'm not I'm not going at the ones who believe that they deserve to be acknowledged or they don't deserve to feel like they should live their own life and be comfortable in their own skin. I'm just rare pointing at the people who are just constantly bitching and complaining and overly exaggerate on them just because they're a woman or they're gay and they do anything in their power to just make things uncomfortable for regular people. Well, I don't know what's regular because everybody's weird in their own fucking way. I don't even know what's regular anymore. But the point is, you're forcing it down on little children's heads. You're forcing it on our television shows. You put it on books, and you're trying to just make it to the point where everything has to be. What is the right word for that, Rizzo? Like, is it kind of like brainwashing, or just basically shoving down our throats to make?
No, you had it right. It's basically shoving it down our throats. That's what they're doing. It's like it's like instead of giving people the chance to actually think about it and giving them a chance to be like, all right, maybe I do want to teach my kid this. Maybe I should learn this more. It's like you're constantly shoving this down their throat, shoving your agenda down our throats, and it comes to a point where some people just gonna be annoyed. They're gonna be like, fuck y'all.
Yeah. But to be honest though, Rizzo, my video about Arthur with Mr. Ratburn being gay, I have some negative thumbs down video, and I don't like when people thumb down my shit, you know. But I accept that, because everybody's obligated, because those are probably the people who will feel some type of way because maybe they're gay and they prefer to see it on their cartoons. So let me clarify for this once again. To me, Arthur is a television show for children that I have no problem seeing, to the point where if they have a show for gay people, let it be for the adult TV shows on Adult Swim. But don't force it on kids' shows like Steven Universe and what's that show on Nickelodeon?
I actually don't know the show on Nickelodeon.
There was a TV show where a black kid was adopted by two gay white guys.
I did hear about that.
Yeah. I haven't watched Nickelodeon in years. Nickelodeon pretty much died on me around 2012. But anyways, what I can really say is that with cartoons and gayness, I'm not bashing gay people for having it on cartoons. I'm bashing the fact that kids don't need to know about this shit too soon. They don't.
Okay, I was about to say something about that, but
go ahead, Rizzo.
I was about to say something about that. Nah, because you had to say. I was about to say the same thing. Like I don't mind it being on cartoons, but it should be at least on adult cartoons, or at least a cartoon like Family Guy, something that's like for
maybe like
pre-teen.
For example. Yeah, preteens. Like, I think that's good.
Yeah, like because at the same thing is with schools. Like I think if they really going to introduce like this LGBTQ plus or that to any type of kids, at least introduce it to them around the age, around like middle school, junior high school age, like around 6th, 7th, 8th going up.
Yeah, TV 14.
Because around that's when like all the awkwardness to trying to find yourself starts happening. So at least like introduce all that during that time, because people do, well, not just people, especially me. I do kind of have a problem with it when they are showing little kids who are in like elementary school and shit. Like they really don't need to know about this shit yet. Like let them stay in a child's place.
Yeah, that's what I think too. It's just like how people will put it like, oh, kids can be born gay. No, it takes a time to really develop into thinking to the point where are they really gay or not. So
yeah, because it was a case, and I forgot his name. Sorry for talking over you, bro. But
okay, no problem.
It was a case that happened like years ago where it was this boy, and I forgot how. Like, if I remember correctly, I think when he was a young age, he felt like a fucking girl, and his parents actually listened to him and went through the sex change while he was a young age. And then when he became an adult, he wanted to be a boy again. Like, she wanted to be a man again. And once you do that transformation on kids, like once you do the transformation on anybody, period, that's it. There is no turning back from that. So it's like, so it's like even with the fact of putting transgenderism, well, not transgenderism, even when it's introducing it or trying to introduce it to them, like, okay, maybe you should just have a sex change. I would say at least give the child like up till 18, 19, 20. Let them live their life as the sex that they was born with first. If they still an adult and they still have that mindset where they uncomfortable, then let them do. Then as an adult, let them go through with it. They're an adult; they can make that decision on their own. But as a
I
child,
totally,
or as a
totally,
child, even a teenager, I don't think they should.
I
I'm
totally,
sorry.
yeah, I totally agree on you. Like, I think if a kid or someone at their adolescence to the point where their mindset still feels like they want to think that they want to be a man or a woman, 18 should be the right age for them to change their sex, because they never really explained it to, like, for example, like, they never had any type of way to have, like, where people can start changing their sex. It's usually the adults will be, like, later on in their 20s or 30s or 40s, on, like, maybe like on some Bruce Jenner's. Oh wait, Bruce Jenner's, right?
Bruce Jenner,
Yeah,
but what I said earlier, he at least had a full life
to be a man. Yeah,
to be a man. And think about this, he actually had a chance to fully go through with this decision and be like, do I really want to do this or not?
right. But anyways, what with that, since you brought up a good topic on that though, Rizzo, about the transgenders. To me, I have nothing against transsexuals. Um, I've met,
Transgenders.
yeah, genders in disguise. Sorry.
Oh hell not. Nah, but for even though we're joking,
Yeah,
we legit don't have a problem with transgender, binary, none of that. We don't have a problem with y'all or your life decisions.
yeah,
If anything, I'm probably speaking for myself, and I think Corey, Samurai will probably agree. But we really don't care. It's like if you're an adult and you want to live, and you have a certain lifestyle you want to live as, live live that lifestyle. Nobody's really going to judge you. And if you still are getting judged by people, then why the fuck are you listening to them? Like fuck
yeah.
them.
But
Like
let
if
me
you
ask.
lose family for,
Go ahead.
oh sorry,
Go ahead.
all
Go
I'm
ahead.
just all right, because all I'm just gonna say, because I don't want people to feel like, just be like, oh, you got these two YouTubers just what the fuck. You got these two YouTubers just like fully being like, oh, they don't agree with us, they don't like us, they hate, be
Yeah, you
having hate
putting
tweets and
words
all
in
that.
your mouth and you're
We're
misunderstanding the
we are not
concept.
having we're not saying hate speeches or anything. If anything, it's like we don't care. Like live your life, do what you
We're
ever want.
just
You're a grown
speaking
ass
the
man.
truth.
Just
We're
we're
speaking
just speaking on some of the bullshit that y'all do.
the truth.
Like I'm not gonna lie, heterosexual men do some bullshit too. Like there's a like people who starting to propose a fucking straight pride. That shit is stupid to me.
Right. But then again, straight pride, gay pride, they representing who what they feel. Like
Yeah, like
I'm happy being straight. If I were gay, I would be like, fuck it, I'll be gay. But I'm not gay. So I'm very entitled to being what I am. But let me explain about the transgender's perspectives.
go ahead,
Now
bro.
now with transsexual going on, right? It is kind of dangerous. Before it used to be very dangerous to be one because criticism, straight niggas will beat up gay niggas
It
because
still
there's not.
is.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm saying, like, what I'm really trying to get at, folks, is that to me, it's dangerous to be gay. I mean, a transsexual, and it's because if you have a perfectly done job with your body, for example, if you're a trans man or woman, you were a man but you're a woman now. You got boobs, you got ass, you got a vagina, you got hair, your voice, you have a certain you sound like a woman. You don't talk as if you're a gay guy. What's that? Hormones, right? Yes, the hormones.
Yeah, they change your hormone structure.
Yeah, that's what it was. So, I mean, like I said, you know, with that said and done, most people would not really know for sure. Because to be honest, with transgenders, when they're in the beginning process of getting their sex changed, it's really obvious that they're trans. But Let me tell you a story though. Um, there was a um my father's girlfriend's nephew, well niece. He, well, I ain't gonna call her he, but she pretty much died from violence because she was transsexual. She's a trans. So some guys came up to her, thought it was a girl trying to flirt. He didn't want nothing to do with her. She didn't want nothing to do with him. He got mad, called her a faggot, and blah blah blah. Beat her up, and then hit her head through the concrete, the side of the concrete of the street, and bust her head open and died instantly.
God damn.
Yeah. And the sad reality is this is the example why being a trans is really dangerous. And I'm not saying that they can't live their lives to be a trans. What I'm saying is it's like, for example, let's say a man likes you or you're interested in a man, but he don't know you're a transsexual unless he's really that blind and stupid. But let's say he didn't know, but because you have a complete good development. Now you can not really tell if you were or once a man. But anyways, the point is, what I'm trying to say is like we should be we should remind straight people to let them know like, look, I'm a transsexual. I was not born a woman. Blah blah blah. It'll be the truth will be more easier that way. If a guy who is okay with that, that's fine. But then if he's not fine with it, then you have every right to move on, and he has every right to move on too.
No,
Some men,
pretty much you have every right. Pretty much he has every right to move on and leave your ass the fuck alone, and you have every right to leave his ass the fuck alone. Because there's been some
exactly,
times where there's been some times where people who go through the sex change, they actually would try. They would legit try a fucking straight dude, and then they would get mad because he reject their shit.
right?
Give the nigga a chance. At least point that shit out. Like, oh, I used to be the captain of the football team. You never know. He probably gonna be like, I don't give a fuck about that. Take off the clothes, girl.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just you got to be very specifically clear on what he's saying. Like when he say football, you're like, they have a girl football team? No, just say you transsexual. Spell
Like,
it out.
nah. But like, nah, I used to be the captain of the high school football team.
Yeah, I
Never
know.
know. It's gonna be that one guy that's gonna be like, you know what? Show me them tackles. Show me how you
Exactly.
tackle.
Yeah, but well, I was trying to get to the point. Like rapper Young Buck and 50 got beef. I was supposed to do that video on that, but since we're gonna talk about it just now and later on, I probably will explain it. So 50 Cent pretty much dropped Young Buck because of the fact that his current girlfriend is a transsexual. Now, in the rap game, I get it, it's very homophobic. And not even just the rap game, it's just the whole concept of a straight man dating a trans woman. And people will think just because you're dating a trans woman, you're automatically gay. So, actually, I'd like to know your opinion though, Rizzo. How do you feel about this when straight men dating trans women?
If they know the truth, I don't care.
If they know the
If
truth.
if they know you're a trans woman, and they still dating you, then there's I don't really see a problem with that because they did say love is blind. Like you don't see color, race, or gender. So fuck it.
Yeah, but what I'm the question
But
I'm
if you
asking,
asking me about the 50 Cent shit,
no, the
that
question is the question the 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 number one question, the $1 million question is just because you're dating a transgender woman and you are a man that is not like can I put it like this? Can a man be gay to date a transsexual woman?
some people would say yeah.
But what is your opinion about that?
What is my opinion about that? honestly, at this point, I don't fucking.
It's
I
very
don't know. It's weird because I used to be on that same mindset. I would just be like, oh, you dating a nigga, bro. You gay.
yeah.
Like I'm not trying to be fucking rude or anything, but that's how I used to think. Like, dude, you dating a at the end of the day, you dating a nigga, you gay. Like, but
Like if
what I fuck do I care? No.
if it was a transgender woman who don't have a dick, I guess you're okay. But if you're dating a
I think even with that, I would still consider that gay because it's like they still the fact that they're still biologically and here's my thing and
if
here's
it's
why I think like
biologically, yes, I understand.
yeah I think some people is not gonna like him because of this, but if you was biologically a man and then you had to change to become a woman, then you're still a man in my eyes. Like some people find that ignorance. I I'm basing it off of science, basic biology.
Right. And
Like
also how
you're still a man at the end of the
is
day.
conducted, pretty much, yeah. I mean, you okay, but let me give you my intake on that. I mean, at the end of the day, if it's like artificial pussy, I guess you're not gay for just liking a transgender, but as long as he got a vagina and don't look like a man, I'll say this: nobody should know your business from the jump start. You know, keep it confidential. That's what I feel it is. You know, if somebody can find that shit out, and if they want to be an asshole and what's the word, expose it, then they're an asshole for doing that. But if they just feel like, okay, that's not my business, if that's what you like, that's cool. But the concept and the moral of the story, folks, is no matter if it was a trans man, a trans woman, and you're dating that, no matter if you're a man or a woman yourself, if you like them, if you know what I'm saying, all I can say is do you, but a trans person cannot reproduce like the actual thing as in regards to having a baby or a trans man, I mean a trans woman would not be able to get pregnant because she's the vagina part is not really like.
I don't even think it's really that. I don't even think that's really the problem. I think the problem falls down to at least like if you plan on dating somebody who was the same sex you used to be, at least tell them that hey, I used to be just like you. I used to be a boy. I know it's scary. I know like a lot of times people go through bullshit because of this, but it would save you a lot of trouble because there's been cases where a guy would date a transgender woman not knowing that the minute he found out he went ape shit crazy and he killed him.
Yep, and don't put him at the fucking Jerry Springer show as well, or no Steve Wilkos, or none of them talk show hosts to embarrass him even more.
Oh no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like there was a legit case that happened where
I know, but
it was married. Like this couple was fucking married for like I think like 14 years or so.
Yeah, I think I remember that one.
Yeah, and she had a hard time because she didn't know how to tell her husband that she used to be a guy, and Jesus Christ, when he found out.
Yeah, that's true. But what I'm trying to say, like, really, Rizzo, is that for the trans, they need to tell us from the jump start, since the beginning, that.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with that.
Yeah, that way, what you said, no bullshit, no trouble, no pain, no nothing, no confusion, no fight, no envy, because that's how.
It's not even envy. It's just really anger.
I mean, yeah.
It's anger and grief because you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Grief, not envy. So yeah, you got a point.
So like you got a guy his whole life thinking he married to a girl, and then he found out his girl used to be a fucking dude.
Yeah.
That shit will put him through some type of mental stress, and it will break him.
Yeah, but mind you, again, folks, One more time, do what you feel that makes you feel right. If you're gonna be a man or a woman, you do that shit. Just make sure that you tell the person that you love that is the opposite sex is to pretty much admit that you're this. And if they can't respect that you enough, then that's the type of respect that you want. You can't force people to respect you because you're transgender. That's pretty much asking for trouble.
You can't be irrational about it.
Yeah, you can't. You really can't. But
because if most of y'all start acting like that transgender girl who wanted to kiss Genuine and didn't get mad because he rejected your shit, I'm sorry, bro. You're part of the problem.
Yeah, exactly. If you're not part of the solution, then your ass is the part of the fucking problem. So, anyways, what's the next topic that we can discuss?
All right, so the next topic is actually talking about their struggle. I was planning on talking about feminists first, but we jumped from feminists to fucking the LGBTQ, so I was like, fuck.
Let's go back to feminists for a minute.
All right, fuck. We might as well go back to the problem, then talk about we might as well talk about the issues with them, then talk about their actual struggles. But all right, so continuing with going back to the feminists, the problem with the feminists is pretty much, it's pretty much it's a radical more like it's like I don't know how some feminists are rational. They do have good morals and they do make a good point, but there's other feminists who just don't do that. Like they don't help you out. It's these what we used to call them back in 2014 feminazis. Yeah, it's like it's like when you think of like feminist movement, most people gonna be like feminazis or some shit because they use a radical woman yelling at guys over something like mansplaining and fucking rape culture, which rape culture is a thing, but
yeah,
it's gonna be hard to explain to some people. So
look,
I remember I was watching this thing. I forgot I was watching this YouTube video. And you know about that meme where it was like the guy sitting at the table, he's like he had a topic and he was like changed my mind.
Yeah.
That was actually a dude on YouTube, and he was like, rape culture is a myth, changed my mind. And the first person who he talked to was a female who had a complete fucking meltdown for a justifiable reason, because she did explain that she was raped, but it's like the fact that you have somebody who was thinking with emotion instead of thinking with rationality, trying to explain a point of why something like this actually exists, it's not helping the cause. It's anything is making y'all look more rational.
Right, you're right.
Especially with it was like another video I seen where it was like this, and I kind of hate this shit, but it was like this black chick, and she was, I don't know why, for some reason she just cursed out this one guy, talking about how he was staring at her and all that shit, and all the neighbors is like, what the fuck is she talking about?
True. And it also has I've seen some videos that do target feminism and jokes about it, and let me give you an intake about this part, and when it comes to feminism, like I think feminism in most cases is universal. But however, their strongest base is between the United States, I believe Canada. Yeah, it's Canada. Sweden is like the home of feminism because, for example, with Sweden, they're making it too complex for men over there. Like with feminists, they are trying to make it confused for boys and girls to not be boys or girls. They're trying to build like a new gender, like they're not boys but they're not girls. It's kind of like they have boyish face or dress like a girl, it sound like they have both a boy and a girl type of features, and it's already
that's LGBT. The problem with feminists is that they talk about issues that
I know, but I'm just saying, like Sweden is like the home of not only feminists but also for what you said with LGBTQ as well. So when I used to talk to a guy from Sweden, he's always saying this. Like men and women, like it's kind of like being a man in Sweden. It's kind of like at the point where it's it's going down the shitter. Like for example, men have to sit down when they pee in Sweden. Um, what else? It's kind of like they doing some female bitch shit over there, you know. Like I said, with the feminism, is really strong over there, you know. And like when I watched the movie Boat Trip, you know that movie with Cuban Gooding Jr. and
My
they,
favorite movie.
yeah,
That's actually my favorite movie, ironically.
wow. You know how they had that swimming coach, and she was
Yeah.
passive aggressive. It's like they're building the stereotype that Swedish women are the biggest feminists ever. You know what I'm saying? Also, let me give you a good example. Um, I don't know. You remember the show Johnny Bravo, where there was an episode he was on his talk show, and there was this woman who, for some reason, she has so much hate towards men, and next thing you know, it Johnny Bravo said some shit to her, and she got mad and turned to the Incredible Hulk type shit. I don't know if you remember or seen this episode, but
Actually, actually, that's one of the episodes that I haven't seen.
okay, so I remember that shit pretty well. But anyways, the point what I'm trying to say is it's like with today's feminism, they think it's like just women in general, they think it's okay to bash men and point fingers that men are the rapists, or how black girls like to say all the time, niggas ain't shit, niggas is dogs,
Which
man.
is kind of which is kind of stupid because if you think about it, if you really think about it, females actually have more of an advantage in America, especially in America, than guys do. Especially in like the low income America,
Right.
like females have more of a chance of surviving than men. Like
Exactly.
name one, like if there's a single, like if anybody from Samurai BX viewers is watching this, and if you're like a single father or something, and you're on like, and you know you're getting checks from the government or something, please prove that to me. Please just say welfare or Section 8 is helping me out and I'm a single father.
Yes, yeah, exactly. But let me get to the point though,
And
Rizzo.
plus, oh wait, all right, go ahead.
I'll let you talk, but the point what I'm trying to say is that women are too obligated. How can you say that there is no women's rights where the government is getting for women child support money, Section 8 housing, food stamps, welfare? They got a quadruple bundle of government assistance of everything. And women will complain about in the work field that, oh, it's hard to be a woman in the work. Bull fucking shit. So a friend of mine, she was telling me the same bullshit, and I'm like, you can like you. I was like, you miss me with that bullshit, because like for example, when I was working some other jobs, like there are some men who work at that, but if it's like a job that is like really like on a man's perspective, no woman's not going to touch it. Like I said, there. I'm saying I can say that women can be whatever they want to be. If they want to do what a man job can be, they can. But 9 out of 10, they're not going to do it. They're not going to be the garbage men. They're not going to be working in the construction, building shit. They're not going to be cab drivers. I mean, there are some Uber female drivers. Don't get it twisted. But when I'm talking about the yellow cabs or the the, the Lexus cabs that the Jamaicans be driving and the Dominicans be driving and the Arabs be driving, there's barely any female drivers, but yet they like what I'm saying with the career goals and jobs, they want to say that, oh, it's so hard to be a woman. That's fucking bullshit. It's just that women want to do jobs that is simple for them, what fits to them, and they should just accept the fact that this is what they should do. If a woman want to do like a job where she wants to fucking do construction, be a handyman, be an electrician, going up the top of the roof, she has every right to do that. But most women are not going to do that, and that's why those jobs are going to pay higher than what women are doing because women are not.
So, you're talking about high risk jobs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a problem. Like,
oh, they're not paying us enough. But the fucking government is paying child support money and we don't get jack shit. Alimony, y'all are the fucking winners for that. We don't get shit.
But I think that's the problem with the low income females. But if we want to talk about the females who's doing well for themselves, like upper middle class and higher, shit, they win it all the way if they really think about it. The only shortcoming that they have is the pay. It's the pay gap. That's probably one of the only shortcomings in getting flirted on by some creepy boss up there.
Yeah, but
other than that, the problem with like those type of females, which I don't know why they complain, is like, first of all, if you look at the statistics and facts, majority of people who actually graduate from college is females. It's not guys, it's females.
Exactly.
That's one. Two, when you boil it down to the hold on. When you bring up like the working class females, like the higher working class females, you also gotta talk about the movement that recently happened like 1 or 2 years ago, which was the Me Too movement, which kind of fucked everything up.
I thought the Me Too movement was actually the slut walk.
Oh no! Oh wow! That's wow. Okay, that's a huge misunderstanding. No, slut walk is Amber Rose or whatever the fucking name.
He was gonna say Amber Coat, but yeah,
I kind of was.
That shit is almost like a fucking coat. But yeah, the Me Too.
Amber Rose. That's Amber Rose. The Me Too movement is basically
the same type of kind of the same reason like the Me Too movement.
No. Me Too movement is basically like for what I said earlier, creepy old bosses who's flirting with the young interns or shit, who's making it bad for like the other bosses who actually just want to help out. And because of the Me Too movement, like now, whatever advantage they used to have in the work field, that shit is diminishing by the months and years, because now dudes don't even want to work with females at all. Like nobody want to be alone with a female. Nobody want to interview a female by themselves. Nobody want to have lunch with a female.
Right. Like unless she's...
It is even some few people who it's even a few bosses who don't want to hire a female at all. They just like, I don't want to hire a female. I don't want to go through the bullshit of somebody thinking I'm sexually harassing them when I'm not.
Right, exactly. I'm not saying that niggas won't try you.
No. I'm completely not denying. I'm completely not throwing that shit off, because yes, that's the reason why I started in the fucking first place, because the creepy ass dudes flirting with them when they don't want to be flirted with. But my thing is, because of the certain radical decisions that y'all make,
y'all making it seem like every man.
Y'all making it seem like every man is poison, every man is bad, and then you got the feminists who just completely hate guys. Period.
Right. Misandry at his best.
Yeah, it's like, yo, what the
Yeah, I used to thought that was a name for that, for men, for being misogynist. But overall, if today's age of feminism teaches women so much about misandry, like when you watch TV shows, when you watch things like that, like women will say it's okay that a woman will slap a man in his nuts, things like that. Then, or better yet, stand up for herself. She's a fucking hero. But if a man, like for example, when a woman smacks a man, hit her man, talk smack. I mean,
she's seen as brave,
act like a bitch. Then a man is a pussy for not hitting a girl or putting her in her place. Or better yet, if a man hit a woman for self-defense with reason, and he's a bad person for doing that. So honestly, folks, it's like our moms will tell you, or our dads will tell you, it's not good to hit a woman, right? But in this day and age, I feel like women will try you, and they're smelling themselves, and it's kind of like it makes you want to have a reason why they would want to get slapped. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand how. I feel like if a woman will say, you can't hit me because I'm a woman. If you hit me, motherfucker, I'm telling the cops and blah, blah, blah. And if she'll call the cops, even if the man doesn't do it, the cop will automatically take the woman's side than the man's side. So,
oh yeah, that's another thing. That's another fact I want to talk about too, because because let's say this. Let's say a guy and girl they met each other out at a fucking bar or some shit. You see that they into each other. You see the chemistry, or at least like a chemistry for a fucking one night stand. And this is kind of a slippery slope, which is stupid to me when somebody just completely just say like, oh, if both parties get drunk and have no idea what the fuck happened, and a woman still cries, and a woman cries rape, the guy automatically gets he gets arrested and he gets charged. I mean, he gets fucking a bad, not even a good proper fucking investigation.
right, that's true, and that's bullshit. That well, to be honest, I think when it comes to Rick Ross's song, you say you want to put a Molly pill on a girl and fuck her while she's drugged out. It's a scary feeling for a woman to think. So, if a woman was actually doing these things, drinking, doing drugs and shit like that, and when they walk up and regain consciousness, the first thing they're gonna see is a man, and he's like, "Get the fuck off me! Don't touch me, you motherfucker!" and blah blah blah. And it's a funny thing too. Like even if you're not gonna, even if you didn't touch the woman, like even looking at a woman a certain way or talking to her a certain way, being polite. Like for example, there is a videotape where this white guy was telling this woman to say hello, and this black woman said, "Don't fucking say hello to me."
Oh, that was the video I was talking about. That was actually the shit I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
When she was yelling at him and he was just by his fucking truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit had. I was confused. I was like, what the fuck?
Right.
I don't know, but it seemed like y'all also have like certain cases as an advantage as well, because it can be a whole fucking lie that y'all got raped, and the first thing they gonna believe is y'all. They gonna believe y'all without the benefit. Some people is gonna. No, majority of cops or anybody is gonna believe the female without the benefit of the doubt, not knowing that they probably gonna put an innocent man in fucking prison for half his life.
Yeah, exactly. And let me bring this out. To me, you may hate what I'm saying this, but fuck it. I have no filter for this. I think most women have the idea of wanting to get raped because rape is like making so much money.
Wow.
This is very controversial saying this. And on my video, I talked about rape. Like, let's be real. It is not good to be raped. It is not cute. It is not sexy. It is not any way of just arousing. It is terrible. It is degrading. And it fucks so many females' lives. And you want to sit there and lie to a man and say he raped him? I mean, you raped her. He raped you. Like for example, with Tupac, back in the days, he was sleeping with his girl and he got arrested.
That wasn't even his girl. That was a groupie.
I know. I said a girl, not his girlfriend.
Oh, I thought you said his girl. I was about to say.
I said this girl. So he was fucking with this girl, and then next thing you know, he got set up. You know what I'm saying? What I mean is like women just have this idea, like rape. When they see a man, want to see a man, no matter how much they like her, just to come to this conversation, just want to compliment her beauty. It's rape. Don't touch me. He's a rapist. I'm telling the cops, rape. But I'm not saying every woman think this, but on the media, it's like that. And then women sit there and just go with it, and then later on, he actually didn't rape me, in fact. And this guy is so fucking. That's what I'm talking about. These people love the idea of getting raped, and they go to somebody who look like a rapist to make them feel like their fucking alibi makes sense to the fucking law.
bro, I don't think they want to get raped. I think the problem is when a female do get raped, it's almost like a
Really
it's almost like a no, just hear me out though. It's almost, I think when a female gets raped, it's almost, or just as a guy who's fucking and filled with rage after some fucked up shit happened to them. They see nothing but red for like the entirety of their lives until they get that shit over with. Like,
let me say this.
and to be honest, to the ones who to the ones who falsely accuse the wrong person, you can't blame them, but at the same time, you can't blame them, but at the same time, you can't blame them at all. But you can blame the judicial system for that shit.
Yeah, I blame them, but I still blame the woman for even trying to put that bullshit in their heads. Like,
yeah,
their heads. But what I'm trying to say though, Rizzo, is that if there is a man that is a good, kind man who didn't do nothing, like, let's put it like this. Now, if it was the Bill Cosby situation and all that, people would never think in a million years he would do that shit. But apparently, they said he had. But, however, we can't ignore the R. Kelly situation because that shit is more realistic than the Bill Cosby. But what I'm saying is when it comes to celebrities, yeah, there's a dark path into it, but there's no. Sometimes you can't really prove it until if you said it in the beginning. Like I say it like this: if I was a woman, if a nigga raped me, no matter how fucked up or mad or whatever, I'm telling. I'm not gonna wait 10, 20, 30 years to say, oh, by the way, he raped me. Fuck that shit. I'm sorry. If a nigga put a fucking dick up my ass, I'm telling. I don't give a fuck. I do not give a fuck.
Oh God, I shouldn't be laughing at this. This is sad.
I know, but look,
this is fucking terrible.
Yeah, I know it's funny, but honestly, I'm being dead ass. Like, that shit makes me tight where women just lie or just tell the truth.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. There's a difference because what I'm talking about people who actually got raped. Like, yeah, you can't really blame them. The ones who do be putting the niggas in jail, the ones who do be putting the niggas in jail, they do that shit on purpose.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about, there's a difference. The only time you can ever get mad of a female.
It's like, let me put it this: if the ones who got raped and they got mentally traumatized and they can't voice their mouths out, yeah, I'm not bashing them, but I am bashing the ones who didn't tell you from the jump start, or just the ones who lie and pretend and they're not mentally traumatized. Listen, if you got raped and you was being abused physically and mentally, then they need to just go ahead and take their time. And like, what I'm trying to say is, like, if you're mentally fucked up in the head and you can't really expose it right then and there, and you're feeling some type of trauma, then that's okay. That's normal to understand. But what I'm trying to say is, if the nigga raped you and you know that already, and you don't come up to tell the cops right then and there, by that quick second that person's gone, don't give a fuck if he's like, yo, you better not tell or I kill you. Fuck that. I'm telling. Fuck that. That's what you're supposed to do. Tell the fucking cops.
But that's the thing. You're thinking like a dude.
I'm thinking about a person who's in danger. If a nigga put a gun at me and he leaves, I'm telling the fucking cop. I don't give a fuck.
But the problem is you thinking about it from a perspective of, you thinking about it from your own perspective. You gotta think about it from their perspective. Like, some of these females are actually scared out of their minds, and sometimes the people who do rape them, 9 times out of 10, it's not even a fucking stranger. Most times it's somebody who they're close with, or somebody who they fucking know, and they was able to let their fucking guard down. So to get raped by somebody like that and know that it's going to continuously happen, they gonna be scared to call the cops or the authorities. I'm not talking about them specifically though, because those are different. That type of case, you can't get mad at them at all, especially if they come out like 30 years or so. They got scared out of their mind, especially to the person who they coming out to tell that this person raped them have power. You can't get mad at them for waiting until years later. Well, except for Bill Cosby, because that man's like old as shit. Like, that should have at least said something like 2004 or something. But
yeah.
But other than that, yeah, like, majority of times
R. Kelly though, shit.
First of all, we're not even going to talk about the R. Kelly shit.
Yeah, that's another.
Everybody knew he was a fucking pedophile. The fact that it took, the fact that it's up, and it took until now.
No, they knew about it, but they're just bringing it back anyways. Like, oh, it's like a Kodak moment. Oh, do you remember the time R. Kelly raped these girls and peed on them? Let's bring that shit back to make him even more miserable. Like, don't get me wrong. R. Kelly, what he did was fucked up. I'm not denying that.
Nah, it's not what he did. It's what his whole fucking team and the parents did that's fucked up.
Right. But at the end of the day, he could have done jail time a long time ago.
He could have.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Y'all know he did it, but y'all freed the nigga anyway. So if anything, that's y'all fault.
Okay, but with the whole rape thing and the rape culture thing, what we're basically trying to explain is that to any females who actually have got sexually abused physically and mentally by a man, we're not mad at y'all. We're our whole complaints is not towards y'all. Our complaints is really towards the ones who lie about the shit and make y'all look bad, because it's already a fucking slippery slope as it. A case like that is already a slippery slope as is, because you really need to be sure if the man of certain females pointing out that, oh, he raped me, is the actual criminal who did it. Right. But we're talking about the females who just straight up lie on purpose. The ones who would make a guy sacrifice 20, 15, 20, 45 years in fucking prison, losing all that time he could have had to do whatever the fuck he want, just because of bitter jealousy, or the fact that the fact that a man he break up with you or some shit. Those are the ones we mad at, or those are the ones who we are addressing at the situation, not the real victims. Exactly. I just want to make that shit clear.
Yeah.
The real victims, you have nothing to do.
Yeah. So if you are focused on the real victims, then that's not a problem. But anyways, what's the next topic?
Anyway, all right. Before we get to the next topic, just to sum it up. Yes, rape culture do exist. We both acknowledge that rape culture do exist. We both acknowledge that the whole fact of rape is a slippery slope. Even to talk about this shit is a slippery slope, because I know a few people who I am close with or used to be close with who actually had got sexually assaulted. So that's why I'm not trying to speak on this shit so lightly.
Right.
But with the next topic, I think we covered everything with the feminists and LGB. I think it's time to cover the real issues that they have.
Put a conclusion to this.
All right, so basically the real issues with the LGB, I want to start with them first, because I can kind of, even though I can empathize with both, the real issues with the LGBTQ, and I learned this from a video where it was on the channel The Vice, and this gay binary, or I'm sorry for butchering it, binary queer guy, as he was explaining their struggle, he explained that he explained that the shit that the LGBTQ is probably fighting for, which is actually righteous, is the fact that most of the fundraisers which helped give anybody from the LGBTQ community the rights to get tested and treated for HIV before it becomes full-blown AIDS, that shit has been taken out of them. That shit has been taken from them by force. It's been taken from them.
True.
And the reason why I can empathize with this shit is because I lost a family member to AIDS, and because they want to take the treatment from LGBTQ community, they took it away from a family member.
Right.
And it's like, that's fucked up. It's like, stop trying to force people to live the way you want to live. That shit does not help anybody.
It really don't.
So other than that, I think that's one of the reasons why. I think that's one of the only, if there's probably more, but so far for me, it's one of the only reasons I can think of to sympathize with the LGBTQ community at this moment.
Yeah. But what Rizzo said,
if there is more, please reach out to me. I have a YouTube channel. I am very even though I barely get any like response on my comment section, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not that big. I do respond to my comments. So please reach out to me if you're LGBT community and you want to tell me more. Like I am willing to listen.
Yeah. But what Rizzo was explaining, I agree on that part. And it's really fucked up. However, with LGBTQ, I will say yes. I understand what they're going through. I did a video with LGBTQ last year about their perspectives, but in regards to their struggles, I get it. It's not easy to be accepted for being gay, from family, from
Exactly.
religion, from just straight up closed-minded individuals. You know.
Well, actually, you can't say religion no more because there's some pastors who literally be questioning like.
But
there'll be some pastors that be saying like, "Oh, what if God really don't care if you're gay or not?"
Well, there are some Christian people who are very strict or Catholics that are strictly on their religion, and they will use their religion against gay people. I know that there are gay people who are accepted from the church, and pastors would accept that, but there are some or those type of religious nut jobs that do push gay people to the edge, even with family members. Like you have family members who are like overly religious and are the Ned Flanders type of Christian people, but if they're the ones that do open up to gay people, that's fine. I'm not targeting them. What I'm talking about is the religious nut jobs that just pretty much just do things according to what the Bible said. If the gay people are this and gay people are that, then you should treat gay people like this and make their lives hell. And that's not the way, to be honest. And gay people done a lot for in this world. In fact, they can do things that a straight person can do, and maybe even better. Well, in my opinion, they can do better. I've seen gay cooks. Gay people can cook their ass off. Gay people are good at cutting hair, lesbians, etc.
Oh wait, hold on. There's one more thing. Oh, and they can fight too. So
they'll fuck your ass up. That's one thing.
So I wouldn't pick a fight on someone. They will fuck you up. They will embarrass you too. Exactly. It's even more funnier if you're a straight dude getting fucked up by a gay guy. I'm sorry, that's just funny to me. I'm laughing at your ass.
Yeah, but it's the point.
Wait, hold on. Before you say something, but before you go, I just want to say one thing.
Go ahead.
Don't give a fuck about what the religion have to say. Remember, the Catholics are still molesting little kids. So if they got anything to say about y'all liking another gender, liking the same gender or whatever, just be like this. At least I ain't touching little kids.
Exactly.
You'll get it past it. You'll get a Catholic past it, instantly pissed.
Well, Catholics already got a pass. They always do get a pass. But in regards to Christianity and probably some other religion, I don't know about Islam.
I think Muslim accepts all, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Because apparently Gandhi didn't like black people to begin with, so fuck him.
Yeah, exactly. But it's always the Christianity, the Christians, and the Jehovah's Witnesses, the Mormons. They're the ones who are just ridiculous with it. I'm not saying every Christian thinks this way or whatever, but the point is that some people where they come from a religious family and their family members kick them out of their house at a young age has something to do with them being gay. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, even if it's not religious, okay, since we're going to just talk about another topic based on homophobic people, it do have something to do with that. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, to me, it makes you learn that, what if one of these days you will have a child and this child might want to be later on in the future as a teenager, maybe gay or become lesbian, and that's how the point when they want to be like, they want to disown them as if they were Asian and be like, you put dishonor in our family. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes with homophobic people are just very closed-minded individuals who do that. Sometimes you got to think about it. and for the next person, like for example, the homophobic people, they have to think about it in the future because that's what if your child becomes that. Like that's what I'm trying to say. With me, I don't have any kids, but if I do have any in the future or whenever I do, like you never know. Point is, you know, some gay people are from their family lifestyles feel some type of way of their family because they don't like the idea of them being gay. Rather if it's your mom, dad, uncle, cousin, aunt, grandma, grandpa, it don't matter if they live with you. There are some people in the family members who do question people's sexuality and will target them with that. And it's kind of scary for their perspective that they have to um, hide it and conceal it for too long, and then they have to find it in their heart and their feelings and say, you know what? Hey, mom and dad, guess what? I'm gay. I'm a lesbian, and they're gonna be shocked about it. So they have to wait until they're older to say it because in their mindset they don't want to lose their love and their support of having a family structure. And some kids who just rather be open to being gay, they will have feel some type of way from their parents and negativity and have this dishonorment and throw them out of the family portrait, you know, and make it seem like he or she is the disgrace, you know. So to me, that's what I'm trying to really elaborate on what I'm saying, you know.
Yeah.
Because it's not a trend to be gay. It's not a phenomenon. It's part of the lifestyle. But people make it seem like it's like being gay is a fucking being gay, being lesbian
It's a phase.
is a phase, or better yet, it's being a zombie. You know, it's part of who they are.
Wait, somebody actually thought it was a zombie?
No, what I'm trying to say is like there's they act as if they're zombies, or it's like being gay is mutation.
Ah,
That's why I'm saying
well,
zombies.
it's a preference and a choice, but it's their preference and their choice. So just be fucking happy. Just be fucking happy that your child is fucking happy.
Exactly.
Or be fucking happy that your sibling, your niece, nephew, whatever, best friend, whatever. Be happy that they're fucking happy. Cause you never know. Some of these people probably went through depression and shit just to come to terms with this shit. So
Right.
don't make life harder for them as it already is.
Exactly.
That's what we're gonna say about the LGBTQ community. Now with the feminists,
Yeah, that's exactly. I'm cool with the fact that they're doing that in regards to open up for teenagers and adolescents who want to come out of the closet and express
just not kids.
sexual. But don't force it on children.
Don't force it on the kids.
Yeah, on their cartoons. That's just the only thing that we can disagree on.
Let them enjoy their childhood, fam. Let them enjoy their childhood.
Let them figure it out. In fact, kids are not that damn stupid. They can figure this shit out. They
could, but at the same time, let them enjoy that black. Yeah. Let them enjoy that white and black view. Don't show them color until they're in middle school.
Exactly.
Like, at least give them that chance. Give them a chance. Give kids a chance to be a fucking kid. Don't take that away from them. That's all that's the only problem we have.
Yeah. So anyways, folks.
Before we end it with that, you finishing up with the LGB?
Yeah, I was going to talk about SJW basically.
Oh, I was about to start on that too.
Go ahead.
All right, so with the rest of the SJWs, whatever other movement we have left, because we really only talking about two of them, to be honest, which is the LGBT and feminists. But the feminist movement, I think the real issue that they have is, besides what's going on in like other fucking countries like Syria and all that shit, where it's like a female can't even walk alone without having to do, or she gonna get kidnapped and killed or some shit. But in America, y'all gotta chill, fam. Like y'all, like there's some points that needs to be made that I don't mind having a discussion with y'all, but there's other times it's just y'all doing too much. I can't stress that enough. Y'all doing too much. Like y'all yelling at dudes, but y'all getting mad if a dude just complimenting y'all.
Yeah.
Like
And
y'all making like
yeah, that's a good statement right there too. And this is the reason why average Joe guys, single nice guys, guys who are nerds or geeks don't want to approach women these days. It's because that's something that I forgot to talk about. It's because okay, yes, women get hit on every single day. But sometimes some nice guys can respect the fact that if she's a woman, they don't want to like just talk to her just because she's hot. But if they're trying to just gain some conversation just to show personality level, then just lusting for them. And sometimes women get a mistake and get it twisted just because he's a guy, he likes to talk to you. Like when I see a hot girl, a beautiful girl, or just any type of girl in the middle of the street, and I don't have to compliment her look. If I see something nice, if I say, hey, I like your shirt, and they want to be a bitch about it and don't want to say nothing, and it has nothing to do with just saying, yo, girl, look at that ass, girl, yo, mom, what you gonna do? None. If it's just a simple, genuine compliment, not about your appearance, but just your t-shirt, some woman will think you're flirting just because of that. Or just to say hi, how are you doing to a woman, and that's kind of fucking up their role. You know what I'm saying? And it's like women will tell you that they don't like nice guys. Nice guys are pushovers and shit like that, and they want to date
nice guys finish.
last type bullshit.
Nice guys get left behind. Yeah,
Yeah, and then you want to say that you want to date a thug or a bad boy and stuff like that, and he's giving you so much damage, and he's have all the characteristics that you don't like in a man who will treat you like shit. It's kind of like you're contradicting, and then y'all want feminism to fucking back you up for that shit. You get what I'm saying? And then it's like regardless, men have to pay for the price for if it was just like an honest, innocent man, good man. He's a fucking he's a fucking softy. If he's a guy with a bad bone, a bad guy, whatever, then okay, he's still guilty for that. So men are guilty for just being men, and just because we got a fucking dick and two balls, and you know what I'm saying, we lust and fantasize having a woman, we're guilty for that. You know what I'm saying? We're guilty for flirting with a girl. We're guilty to just have an open conversation to a girl in the middle of the streets. You know what I'm saying? And a woman is just wearing some spandex tight pants on. You're showing your cleavage. Your ass is like wearing them booty shorts. You see your ass cheeks showing, and you don't want a man to come talk to you, and you dressing like a fucking whore, and then you're not being a hoe.
actually, that part is on us. That part is on
No,
us.
no, no.
No, 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 no. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. Because let them dress the way they want, but we should have some type of control over our hormones. I do agree with that when it comes to what females be saying.
No, let's
Uh,
say this because some women want us to look at them. That's what
of
I'm saying.
course,
That's the point. It's the
of
fucking. It's
course,
the shit.
sometimes the reason why females dress up is because they either want attention from guys or they want the attention from other females.
Yeah, it goes both ways. That's what I'm trying to say. But
It's pretty much ego stroking. Like
yeah,
the more eyes they have on them, that's the more their ego is getting stroked.
yeah. And what I'm trying to say to y'all is don't feed them don't feed the trolls. And some women are kind of like trolling on men just because they looking sexy. They got some slut outfit on, showing their cleavage. You can see the booty meat popping and all that, but they don't want a man to come holler at them. They looking at you. I like one time I saw a girl who was looking at me straight at my eye. No, it's not even just looking like as if she was daydreaming. On. This girl was looking at me, and I said something to her, and she wanted to ignore me. That's playing the game. You know what I'm saying? So in anything, she kind of fooled me in her ego shit. So sometimes I will see a hot girl around the block. I don't have to. I can look at her on some ninja shit. Like I'm gonna catch her when she's not looking, but she knows she wants. She knows she want to be looked at. But what I'm trying to say though is that you don't want to feed her ego. Some women don't want to feel like, oh, all the time. I don't want no man to come talk to me. Oh no, that's bullshit. Because there's gonna be moments where women do want to be interactive with a man. They want attention by a man. Like for example, if you watch basketball, Seth Curry's wife. Seth Curry's wife talking about, oh, his husband, her husband is getting a lot of attention from women, but from her standpoint, ain't no man looking at her like that.
I
That's
knew
bullshit.
why I knew this was going to come up. I figured that this shit was going to come up. Damn.
Like, look, Seth Curry's wife is fun as fuck. If anything, I should be the one trying to holler at her. I mean, I don't even watch basketball like that. But Seth Curry's wife, she can get it. I mean, she got some beautiful eyes.
She's alright. She's alright. She's not the baddest, but she's alright.
I like her. I like her eyes look. She look cute. It's like she's a prime example of how a red bone should look like. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm telling you, them light skinned bitches is winning.
Okay, but
girls are winning.
Okay, but you at least know her problem though.
Yeah,
you at least see a problem. Like she just wants the same amount of attention that Steph Curry wants. That Steph Curry gets from groupies.
Yeah, but my
point is, even though she has groupies of her own,
yeah,
score thirsty ass niggas.
Yeah, exactly. They'll do anything for that. But if you're gonna sit there and say that, oh, there's no men checking me out, that's bullshit in my opinion. I'm sorry.
Of course, even I disagree with that.
Every woman's going to get some type of attention, to be honest. It's just that if it was a man's perspective, like, or better yet, let's put it like this: if you was a woman who didn't look all that good, who was a big sumo wrestling Yokozuna type bitch,
oh shit,
there's no niggas not gonna look at you. I don't mean to, like, you be surprised some women who do look like that get that, but it depends on their aura. But anyways, I just don't understand how with her situation. I mean, I love, like, it's so cute how she felt that type of insecurity, but it's not good enough in my opinion how she said it. You know, honestly, she should just be happy that she got a man, she's married, and Seth Curry should be just, I mean, I'm sure he loves his wife. I mean,
yeah, he's the one who told everybody to get off her back.
Yeah, get off her back. Yeah, if he didn't love you that much, he'd just be too busy fucking with the groupies.
Yep.
I mean, but I can understand his standpoint, but I feel like some women don't want to be the housewife anymore, who doing a boring life. They don't want to be like stuck in a home, just out there for the man all the time. They just want to have the same action like the men do. So one of my friends by the name of Becca, she's a good friend of mine. She's like a mother figure to me. And she told me this one statement. She told me a couple of years ago, men get more fun. And no man ain't no fun like a man's fun. I'm not sure if that's the right analogy how she said it.
But no, I never even heard of that shit.
This is what she's trying to say. It's like when a man do his own thing, it's more fun. But women want to have their own opinion of how we do it as fun. Like, for example, how we hang out, how we goof around, how we sleep around with different females. Like, for example, a man who fucking with different chicks, that's fun with us. But if a woman doing that shit, she's a hoe. So that's why I'm saying we play the game pretty well, persistently of doing that. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be just fucking around with females. It's just we just know how to have fun doing it versus being spiteful about it. If you're joking around, having fun, playing our games, doing this, doing that, fucking with females, we're just having fun doing it. We have enthusiasm with it versus we're just doing it just because it makes us like what you think it seems right. So if you don't get it, that's all right. But this is an analogy that I feel like I do understand from my friend. So I don't know if she's watching this, but I'm gonna share her the video. But shout out to my friend Becca. She is a good friend of mine and encouraged me a lot. And she's like one of the strongest women that I know who can understand a man's perspective than just some closed-minded woman who don't know shit about a man and just automatically assume that this is what men are about. You know, but to be honest, overall, men are just simple. But we'll get on that on another topic. This is not no battle of the sexes type shit.
It
But
really isn't.
I was kind of off topic for a minute. But the point what I'm trying to say is like with some women, it's like catcalling. That's what it called. That's what they will view it. You know, like if a man likes something, he want to talk to a woman. You know, that's part of our lifestyle. That's part of who we are. But it's kind of like we can't chase after love. We can't chase out a woman we like without feeling like we're rapists, we're thirsty, we're this and we're that. You know, because of this new generation saying that we're thirsty, we're this and we're that. We can't be just men anymore. Just to be like,
No, there do be some guys that's thirsty, but I see where you're coming from. It's like if we was to put the shoe on the other foot and have females do what we doing around here, which does happen sometimes, they're more likely to get commended on most of the shit that we get condemned on.
I understand that part. I mean, yes, it's annoying to get a lot of attention by the man coming up to me and saying some dumb shit. But what I'm saying is, don't confuse the thirsty niggas to the ones who actually are the gentlemen and legitimately are good for you. Some women just use that as like, oh, if you see a man, he's automatically going to use you for sex. And I hear that all the time with some women. And they will talk shit to a guy who was a great guy, who liked them, even from my perspective, too. And some women, it's kind of like a bull. All they see is red. They don't give a fuck about any other color. When they see red, they're gonna go straight ape shit. That's what I'm trying to say. Versus hurting an innocent guy. I mean, some people will say, oh, guys can pretend to be good just to be a nice guy just to get the girl's panties. Yes,
yeah, but so can girls. Girls can also
fuck it up.
Girls can also pretend to be good just to get more shit out of a dude. Like there's a thing known as fucking gold digger, or even worse. Like there's a saying when it comes between a guy cheating or a girl cheating. When a guy cheats, you know he's coming back. But when a female cheats, she's gone for good. Like ain't no coming back from that shit.
Exactly.
That relationship is done.
Shows no fucking remorse.
That is true. That is true. Like y'all, females barely show any type of remorse when it comes to this shit. It's like.
Yeah, but later on they're gonna regret it. But right now they're not.
Nah.
But anyways, though, that's the whole concept of what we're saying on SJW. To me, I never really talk about SJW as a whole in my videos. But to be honest, the whole concept with SJW, it sounds like a fucking video game called Social Justice Warriors. Like that's something that you buy on a fucking game from the Google app or Apple store. Buy Social Justice Warriors on PC.
It's not like a 2-player game like fucking Contra.
Yeah, it sounds like some fucking low budget ass game to me.
All right, but besides the jokes, we do understand the struggles that y'all going through, but at the same time, it's just that it's just y'all do too much, and y'all do go pretty much over the extreme and over the line, and expect the person who don't understand what's your issue to either automatically understand or just. And if they don't, no, it's like y'all expect somebody to automatically understand. If they don't automatically understand or they don't agree with your methods or with your ideology, then they're a bigot, they're a hypocrite, they're misogynistic, all this other shit.
Right, exactly.
Like all we're just saying is like, don't completely go like.
Don't force bullshit in our fucking throats, and don't feed the bullshit in our brains.
Exactly. And besides that, actually try to explain to the person, what are you fighting for? What is your motive? Why is this group doing this? Why is this group fighting for that? And if they still act like a complete asshole, and they when they get it, then that's their laws. But not everybody's like that. Some people legit generally don't understand, and then we see the fuck shit that y'all do, and we just don't want to be a part of it.
Right. In other words, folks, fight in a different concept. Don't just scream out dumb shit just to make yourself look stupid. Don't
Don't
wear
call.
no.
Go
Don't
ahead.
dress like a fucking idiot. Like for example, some women will color their hair, have a bowl cut, pixie cut, type of weird Adolf Hitler haircut style. Same thing for the
Wow.
men. Just to prove a fucking point, women don't grow your fucking armpit hair. That's not ladylike. A real lady look feminine. Not don't like because a woman can't grow facial hair. No, that's not your element. It's really not. You know what I'm saying? So why are you trying to make it complex? Just accept the fact that you know if you want to, it's you want the world to accept you for you being gay or transsexual. Don't over exaggerate to the shit. Just have a better example for yourself and also the other gay and transgender, bisexual people in this world. And that's what I'm saying. It's not for everybody, but eventually, just like right now, it's already accepting in society. It's gonna later on be accepted in another 10 or 20, 30 years by now, in another couple of decades. But just don't make it seem like we have to feel obligated to, feel like as if, yeah, we should accept gay people. It is what it is. It's going to be like a yay or a nay to it. But eventually, gay people are coming out. Transsexuals are coming out without even just wanting us to accept
Coming
them.
out, they already did.
What I'm trying to say though, Rizzo, is like it's already bound to happen, and it's up to society to just let it marinate to the point that
Pretty much for those who were shaking their head at this video talking about these niggas are stupid, they make no sense with all this shit to do. At least try to understand the perspective where they're coming from. Because
exactly.
Not every LGBTQ community person or not every fucking women feminist is a fucking complete total dickhead or a moron. Like some of them do actually fight for a righteous cause.
Right, and we're not targeting those people. We're just targeting the stupid ones. That's what it is.
No, we just point out the bullshit.
Yeah, that's what it's at. The targeting up on the bullshit. That's all we're saying. If you're not really saying that, then obviously you're just one of them, or just a troll,
or you're just as bad as them,
or that as well.
You're pretty much just as bad as them, right?
Yep, exactly. So, anyways, though, folks, I don't know. Did we cover everything?
Shit, you basically covered most of the shit. I barely got time to talk.
My bad. Go ahead and add in whatever you want to say, and perhaps
we already did like a whole fucking hour, bro.
Yeah, we really did.
Not even an hour. It's been like 2 hours. Almost 2 hours, actually.
Almost 2 hours, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Almost 11 o'clock.
Hell yeah. Fuck it. If I want to add anything, I already did add my last parts. All I'm just gonna say is, don't lose your last allies to the bullshit. Like, take responsibility for the idiots in your community as well. Well, the fools in your community as well. Just pull them to the side. Like, hey, yo, what the fuck you doing? We trying to make a point here, and you're fucking it up for us. Like,
exactly.
Do that. If you're asking straight guys if you're asking all of us as straight men to hold other straight men accountable for their dumbass decisions, then at least follow suit on what the fuck you're saying. Exactly. Hold the idiots in your community as well accountable for the fuck shit that they do that fucks up your image. Because as a straight heterosexual man, I'm tired of always hearing like, oh, all men are dogs. Every man thinks about nothing but sex, or you gotta hold this guy accountable because he did this. Especially when they like complete fucking strangers. I don't know them. Like, I'm not holding shit accountable. Like, if you want to, if I was one of R. Kelly's fucking group of people who he know closely, and I know about him trying to marry what's her name, Aaliyah, and she's 15, then yeah, I should be held accountable. But I'm not. I'm not that type of person.
True.
So just pretty much follow your own fucking advice. Like if you're gonna tell us to hold any straight guy accountable for his fuck shit, then at least do the same thing with yours.
Don't be a hypocrite, folks.
Pretty much.
So Rizzo pretty much put the icing in the cake for that. And again, thank you for allowing me to join this this podcast.
We don't get so many hate.
It's all right. You know, we're the underdogs basically. And basically we're the YouTube underdogs. Love us, hate us, is all good.
This is just our point.
It's really our point. I don't mean to joke about it, but this is part of my personality. This is how I am. I could be serious if I wanted to, but there's no need to be very serious about these topics. Anyways, if you're gay, if you're lesbian, if you're bisexual, if you're transsexual,
be that.
Just
be that. Just live your life.
Love. It's all platonic love. It's
just
not
live your life.
It's not our thing, but at the same time, you do whatever makes you happy, and we can accept that. But just don't force it to the guys like us to make it seem as if we are we should be obligated to be around into the gay thing and make us kiss other guys and be this type of way. No. The point is, in our video, is to make sure that we are okay with the fact that we accept your transition of life, but just don't force it down our throats as if we are 100%. We only 100% based on your lifestyle, but we're not going to be 100% about what you're doing in regards of your activities. That's about it. If you're into, for example, if it was a person who likes rock music or into anime or even type of gaming or sports, we're going to only fit into those categories that really fits us. And the gay category, we don't fit to that because we're not into that stuff. But we respect you for being that, or if you're into that stuff. That's just how it is. It's just whatever you go by it. And we will respect that. But at the end of the day, we're not going to be obliged to it. That's all we're going to say about this. So again, Rizzo, thank you for joining me on that podcast. It's been a hell of a fucking long ass discussion.
For real.
You want me to wrap this up?
Do you got any well, you already had, I think, was that your final message, or do you have one more thing to say?
No, that's it. I'm done.
All right. I think my final message is...
Yeah, I'm going to wrap this up. If anything, folks, on my channel, y'all know what to do. Y'all make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and also make sure you
hit up my channel. My channel is Rizzo the Unknown.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe to his channel as well. Make sure you like his channel. Show some love. Show some love on the gaming channels, his walkthroughs on Mortal Kombat, Resident Evil, Assassin's Creed, right? You did a walkthrough on that, right?
That was like my first video.
Yeah, exactly. Check out all his shit though. For all the game heads out there, check it out. For all my hip hop heads, check out my channel. Check out my gaming channels. Check out everything on our channels, folks. So, anyways, link's gonna be in the description box. Again, thank you for watching our video. Make sure, like I said, subscribe to our channel. SBX, Rizzo Unknown. Signing out. Peace the fuck out.
What the fuck?
That's how I always talk.
Alright, well, that's your exit. My exit is pretty much, yeah, pretty much just live your life. Do whatever the fuck you want. Anybody don't like you, then fuck them. With that being said, I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace. Okay. I'll end it.
Bye.